Good morning, everyone. Back in October of 2012, I attended an environment awareness conference called EcoBuzz here in Mississauga, and it opened my eyes up to some amazing and quite shocking issues happening all over the world right now. I used to think that international problems never really had anything to do with me, but for the first time that October morning, I learned about an issue that truly had something to do directly with me. Before I tell you about this issue, I'm going to ask you one very important question. Can you think of one ingredient that a Dove shampoo bottle, a tub of margarine, a box of cereal, a tube of toothpaste, a box of granola bars, and an aerosol can of shaving cream have in common? Well, I'm very sorry to break it to you, but this one ingredient that's in all these things might be doing more bad for the earth than good, considering that it's found in over half of the items that we buy packaged in supermarkets. So what is it? Palm oil. Palm oil is the oil extracted from the oil palm trees found in certain Malaysian and Indonesian rainforests. This ingredient is one of the most demanded edible oils in the Western world, mainly because it's cheap and efficient. It's mainly used as a cheap substitute for butter and other oils in packaged baked goods, but it's also used in loads of cosmetics and body products. So what's the problem? Should we even care? Well, yeah, you should. I mean, it's not the most toxic thing in the world, but the way it's harvested is just not right. And I think there's something that we can do about it. Typical harvesting of palm oil is basically slashing and burning rainforest land in order to make room for palm oil plantations. The whole controversy behind this practice is that precious and luscious rainforest land is being taken away so that more trees can grow. Since the oil palms aren't even planted in the ground, they're planted in pots above ground. It doesn't make sense. And that's because this process is counterproductive. And then the trees that are cut down are sold as timber. And let's not forget about the animals. I mean, they're the ones actually living in the trees. The Bourdon orangutan population has been declining for years, but the main reason why is because of palm oil production. They are now on the endangered status list, and their relatives, the Sumatran orangutans, are on the critically endangered status list. Incredibly important carbon sinks are even disappearing, because according to the Rainforest Action Network, the demolition of rainforest areas is releasing billions of tons of carbon into the atmosphere, carbon that should be stored in the trees. Greenpeace states on their website that Indonesian rainforests now contribute a staggering 4% of global greenhouse gas emissions. That's more than the combined emissions from driving all the millions of cars, trains, trucks, and buses in the US each year combined. Obviously, these problems are happening halfway across the world. But the reason why this product is so internationally demanded is because consumers like us, as young as us, are continuing to say, hey, that's okay, I don't really care what oil you use in my Twinkies as long as it tastes good. So the choices we make in our grocery stores can literally determine the futures of the orangutans and their habitats. Not to mention the rest of the rainforest. You're probably thinking, wait a minute, why do we even need rainforests? Well, for one thing, diversity is a huge part of it. Having a rainforest that's full of life with thousands or maybe millions of different types of species of trees and animals is great for the earth. It makes our ecosystems more complex so that our food chains can't be destroyed as easily. Now, I know that sounds like a lot of pressure, but think about it. In the marketing world, we're referred to as adolescent consumers. And we're constantly telling store employees that the customer is always right. So obviously we have power. We just need to use it in a smart way. Normally, boycotting or avoiding a product like this is the easiest way to get a company to stop using it. However, the labeling of palm oil on food is not mandatory in every country. And if it is, it's usually just listed as vegetable oil. And since palm oil has over 170 alternative names, it's probably not the most realistic option just to avoid it. Instead, we should use our voices and let our favorite chocolate bar or shampoo companies know that we are not happy that they're using palm oil. Signing petitions, writing concerned letters, and even donating just a tiny bit of money to great environmental groups like Greenpeace are 3 easy ways to convince your favorite companies that you either want them to discontinue the product, get better food labeling, or if they convert to only using palm oil that comes from non-destructive procedures. So unleash the inner activist in you and check out a couple of petition websites. Sometimes all it takes is a letter, a signature, and a great sense of determination to get the word out that what you purchase, what you eat, and what you use matters to you. Thank you.